Hi, it's Katie, and today I wanted to do my December project roundup. These are all the craft and DIY projects that I completed last month, and a lot of it's for Christmas, and I also have a few Christmas gifts that my little one received that other people made that I wanted to show them off today. So the first thing I made, I talked about in my last project roundup, and it's mittens for her, for my little girl. I made her a hat with the same yarn, so now she has mittens to match. Luckily it hasn't been too cold, so she hasn't needed them really until recently. It's been getting cold, but this pattern is the spiral mitten pattern that I have on my channel, but instead of doing two colors and making it striped, it's just solid. And they're a little bit big on her. These are the child small size, so I ended up making this part just a little bit longer, and I have it cuffed up for this year, and I think she'll be able to wear these for next year as well. And I think she'll be able to wear her hat next year too. So some mittens for her. What I made her for Christmas is this baby doll carrier. This is like a baby doll May-tie. So this is the same style that some grown people use to carry real babies around, but this is just a scaled down version for her to carry her baby dolls and her stuffed animals. So the bottom has this tie that goes around the waist and ties, and then the panel comes up and it's either on the front or on the back, and then the baby doll goes inside like that. And these straps go over the shoulders and then around the baby and ties under the legs. And there's a couple different ways you can wear it, but the fabric has little giraffes on it. This is just some fabric I happen to have out of my stash, and then the straps are just some green, like a bottom weight twill. So she really likes this. She always steals my baby carrier and tries to carry her baby dolls around, so now she has her own, her size. When I was digging through my stash to find this fabric, I ended up finding this, just a panel with Snoopy on it. And she really likes Snoopy. She got a Snoopy doll for her birthday, and she calls him Dog, and Woodstock is Bird. So there's a lot of Snoopy stuff out now, but because of the new movie, but this has actually been in my stash for a long time. It was marked on the salvage year 2000, and I worked in a fabric store for about 5 years, so I have a lot of fabric that I've kind of hung on to for a long time. And I kind of totally forgot that I had this, but when I was digging around I found it, and it was really easy. I just sewed around and left a little area to turn it, and I stuffed it with polyfill. So I mean, I could have done that 15 years ago, but better late than never. And she just uses this on her bed. So there's Snoopy playing baseball on one side and Charlie Brown playing soccer on the other side. It says Peanut All-Stars. And the little Snoopy on the corner there, and on the other side is Charlie Brown is on the corner. So she likes that too. The other thing that I made this year was for my niece, and I have a separate clip for that. So this is what I made for my niece. She's 8 years old, and she loves the show Paw Patrol. And I had this scrap of fabric. This fabric I used to make her a pillowcase for her birthday, and I had just this scrap left, and I didn't want to throw it away because I figured I could do something with it. And I decided to make her this little pouch. This pouch is just like the tutorial I have on my channel. The only difference is I use snaps instead of Velcro. But if you want to learn how to make this, I will link that down below. But it's really simple. It's lined with dark blue fabric, and you basically just make one long rectangle and then fold it up and fold this down like that. So originally I was just going to make her a small one for pens and pencils for school. But I figured since I had sort of this longer piece that I would go ahead and use every bit of the scrap, and she could use it for school supplies or hair clips or whatever she wants that will fit in there, she can put in there. And then I wanted to give her one more little small thing, so I made her this headband. There's directions for this on YouTube. It's supposed to be a no-sew project. I did end up sewing it. I sewed the ends together underneath this. I sewed them and get together. A lot of the directions say either to use a hot glue gun or to tie them in knots. I just thought it was a little bit less bulky to sew them, but you could definitely make this no-sew, and it's made out of an old t-shirt. And the directions for tying this knot are on YouTube. I can link below the tutorial that I used. I'm just going to put that inside the pouch, and that's going to be my gift for my niece. The last thing I made is totally just a maintenance thing, but it is a diaper pail liner, and I had two. I like to have two, that way one's in the wash and one's being used, and it's made with this waterproof fabric, so It's PUL, so there's plastic on this side to keep it waterproof, and it was peeling, which is just something that happens over time. I had gotten those used, so I don't even know how long they were in use before I got them. So it wasn't waterproof anymore. And I had this PUL. I got this PUL from Amazon. I think it's like $10 a yard. They have a lot of different colors. And I bought this before my little one was even born because I was going to either make her some diaper covers or a wet bag or something with it. So I just got it. And I used some of it, but I had a big portion of it yet left. So it ended up working out really well to make this, but it's just a bag. I don't know if you can even see all of it. I made it a square bottom bag, and then it's got elastic sort of drawstring at the top. And this elastic was from the other liner, so it was still in good shape, so I was able to reuse that. So that's that. The rest of the things I have are things that other people made. So the first thing is my little one's Christmas dress, and my mom made this. And she whipped this up in just one day. See if you can see the whole thing. It's so cute. And it hits her probably about just below her knee. Has this really pretty heavyweight flannel floral fabric, and then the bodice is made of a pinwheel corduroy, so it's all cotton and really comfortable, but still nice and warm. And my mom gave me the option of long sleeves or short sleeves, and I went with short sleeves, which worked out perfectly because it was actually pretty warm at Christmas, and I think she'll be able to wear this well into the springtime. It's nice and warm for when it's colder, but it's short sleeve, and it's cotton, so it's not going to be so hot that she should be able to wear this until she grows out of it. It has a tie on the back, so it cinches a little bit now, but as she grows, it has plenty of room to grow. There's the buttons here. These buttons are from my mom's button box. She said they were from my older brother's Catholic school uniforms when he was in elementary school, so they're probably like 35 years old. But anyway, that's super cute, and she loves it. She calls it her Nana dress. My mom made it for her. The next thing was made by her godmother, who's my cousin, and she made her these super cool hand-painted shoes. So these are just like canvas slip-on shoes, and my cousin asked me what her favorite animals were, and so these ones, you can see them better this way, are sea turtles. And these are the size that will fit her next. And then one size bigger, she made these with owls. And these are just made with acrylic paint and pen. And I think she'll be wearing these ones in the summer, so it's really nice with the khaki. I think it'll look nice this summer. I think she's going to get a lot of compliments on these shoes. They're so cool. And the last thing I have to show you is something my brother made for her. It's a bird feeder. He just made this out of some wood, and I think the glass is like plexiglass, and then there's a license plate over top. And we're going to get her her own garden bed out back this summer, so we'll be able to put this out back. We might leave it out front, I don't know. The birds have just recently found it, so it's cool to see them eating out of it. And so far, no problems with the squirrels, but she's always excited to see it feeding the birds. So there's that. So that's everything I have for my December project roundup. I'd love to hear in the comments down below what you're working on, if you have any big projects you're working on. I have some kind of bigger projects that I'm really eager to start, but they're things that might need to wait till spring. So hopefully I'll have maybe a sneak peek next month or maybe the next month to show you the things that I'm working on, sort of larger projects. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!